Centered.
Hi guys, this is VI Life with Kelly coming back at you with another video this Sunday, this lovely Sunday here in Buckhead, Atlanta. And yes, I'm really sitting in my room in a bath towel because I have just finished soaking today.
Near right edge.
I just
One face
relaxed.
center. Face centered. Speech off.
Let me turn off Mr. Voiceover. I'm just chilling. If you did not see my previous video, which was my chit chat rehydrate my curls video, that's how I ended up getting this huge hairstyle where my bun is at the top of my head, because this is the day for me to rehydrate my curls. So I just finished. That took me like 50 minutes, so that was like a 46-minute video. So definitely check that out. Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. And it was a chit chat rehydrate my curls video, basically talking about cancel culture, some hot topics, and I wanted you guys' view on how should we be taking social media posts and some of these videos that we watch. Should we take it as entertainment, or should we be taking it as factual content where we need to be making decisions? So anyway, that's that. And so this video is actually going to be my review and feedback on my experience working for Massage Envy as a massage therapist. So if you're interested in hearing about that, then keep watching. Okay guys, so let's get into it. Thank you for coming back and hanging out with me. To my subscribers, you guys are the very best. Okay, so basically, Massage Envy would come to my school when I was still in school. We would have career fairs all the time. They still have them. And basically it'd be like these different little booths set up all around the courtyard, and different companies would come. Massage Heights, Massage Elements, private spas, and Massage Envy. And so it was enticing. We were broke. Okay, so when you're broke, it's enticing, to make $25 an hour, because that's how they pitch it to you, like $25 an hour. So if you did an 8-hour shift, then that's $200, right? When actually in the world of massage therapy, it's a massage hour or commission. So when you work for these massage therapy chains, you're an employee. So you're getting, like here in the state of Georgia, they take federal and state taxes out. So whatever you've agreed to, even if it was $25 an hour, it's $25 a massage hour. So if you were there for 8 hours, but you only have 5 clients, then you made $125 minus federal and state taxes. And then if that person tipped you on a card rather than cash in your hand, then the tips were taxed at 25%. So if you got $100 tip, it would be down to $75. But let's talk about how your tips magically always disappear. Okay. Anyway, so Massage Envy was exciting because they had signing bonuses, and they still continue to have signing bonuses. They would tell you stuff like, we'll give you a $500 signing bonus when you agree to work for us, and you'd think like, oh wow, okay, so I'm gonna get a check and it's gonna be $500. No, you'd have to complete 250 massage hours to get the first $250 added to your check minus federal and state taxes. And then you have to complete another 250 massage hours before you got the additional $250. Now they do things like $1,000 to $3,000 sign-on bonuses, and basically you have to stay there for 3 to 6 months, and then they'll release the money in increments. So let's say you're there for 3 months, and then they give you the first half. So if you got $1,000, they'd give you $500 after 3 months, and then the other $500 after 6 months, minus your federal and state taxes, right? So the thing about it is, initially working at Massage Envy seemed appealing because they had a benefits package. So basically, they would give you like 50% off for services. So if you wanted to come to any Massage Envy, you and your family or friends, you could get half off the facials, half off the massages. So that seemed appealing. They had an insurance with Aflac. So if you were injured or needed to take off work, you could still receive your pay. They had a medical, dental, and vision plan, which seemed appealing. So it seemed like you got a winner. And then at one point, they were giving you your massage hour plus a time differential. So if you were there for 8 hours, then they paid you for the 5 hours of massage you did, and then you got an hourly, which depending on what location you were at, could have been $7 to $15 an hour. So those other 3 hours, you receive some type of compensation for being available, right? Okay. Well, I finally went on and worked for a location in Oklahoma City, about a few years, 3 years ago. One reason why is because every Massage Envy has its own individual owners, so all of them can add or take away whatever they want at whatever point they want. And this particular Massage Envy had an excellent compensation package. They were paying higher than normal for massage. And so I think it added up to like being 50 something, like let's just say $55 a massage hour. Their average tips were like $20. They had pretty much trained their customers to bring cash, so we always had cash tips. They had paid time off. They had the Aflac insurance in case we were injured, we could still get our pay. They had the time differential, so if you did only have 3 massages in your 6-hour day, you still got paid your $15 an hour. So you were looking at, a part-time therapist easily making $1,000 a week, a full-time therapist easily making, fifteen to $2,000 a week, doing massage, right? So that was very appealing. Well, that never happened. I never got the insurance, period. Not the medical, not the dental, not the vision. I never got the Aflac insurance. Every time I asked management for the contact, I even called Aflac directly after a few months. I called Aflac directly to find out that they had canceled the coverage that May, and I had started on with them like in September. So when they offered it to me at the interview, or excluding that as a benefit, actually they did not have those services anymore. I had talked to one employee that was using it because a lot of employees had declined because they didn't want to pay, how you have to pay a small premium or what have you out of each paycheck. The one employee that I found that did have it, when I asked her for the point of contact, she never gave it to me. She happened to be a team lead, and just never did come out and tell me, the information or how to enroll. Another issue, Massage Envy has required trainings that if you do not complete these trainings, then you can't offer the services. And if you do offer the services because you've been trained in your own, like this under your license for the massage therapy program that you completed, they will not pay you for it. So they have a such thing as their own in-house training. So if you wanted to do a hot stone therapy, you had to do so many hours, basically trading with other therapists, and then your team lead or manager would have to observe and sign off on the training, and then that would be added to your services, available services, and then you would get the pay increase for that service. Never once discussed that, right? It's not until I'm like, hey, why I'm not getting the money for this or getting the money for that. Another thing, they started changing around upgrades. 1 minute it's $10 if you add on certain like they had a program for like muscles, like it's equivalent to like a sports massage, deep tissue, or neuromuscular therapy. But they had a topical cream that you would add with it, and they had aromatherapy creams that you could add. So at one point it was like $10 to add these things on, and then it went to $5. But either way it goes, it was always fluctuating what the add-on price was, which means that it's always fluctuating what percentage of it you're going to get. Another thing was that they had a box where they would lock everyone's tips in, and if the manager left before you were able to get off or get your tips out of there, then you'd have to wait until they came back, if they came back that same day or the next day. And a lot of times the tips that were left on card never found their way to your paycheck. So I'm gonna say within about a month and a half of me being there, there was a big rumor going around that was suggesting that our hourly differential pay was getting ready to go away, and that we weren't going to be getting any upgrade differentials anymore. So we were just going to be paid a straight massage hour price across the board, and that's it. So it didn't matter if you were doing, you know, a 90-minute deep tissue or a hot stone therapy or a stretch massage or a prenatal massage or neuromuscular therapy. Like, the list goes on and on and on. It didn't matter what you were doing anymore. You would just be paid a straight massage hour pay. Well, I didn't care about that because I understood that whatever I came in, whatever my contract is my contract, and whatever changes they make apply to the new hires, right? Nope. They gave us a nice warm fuzzy Christmas meeting where they explained to us the new pay scale, how things were going to go, and basically it was like you're getting paid like $15 a massage hour. So if you're there for 8 hours again and you've done 4 massages, 15 times 4 is $60. So that's your pay, and whatever your tips are. So if you got tips, great, in your hand. If you didn't, hope they make it on your check, and that's that, minus federal and state taxes. So anyhow, needless to say, I left. I cannot afford to live off of $60 a day, an 8-hour day. $60. That, even if I work 4 days a week, that's $240. And then minus federal and state taxes, you're looking at checks that are $300 something every 2 weeks. No way. And that's how the checks were. I don't think my check ever went past $400 or $500 the entire time I was there. It was a complete nightmare. The managers wouldn't talk to you. They would always tell you that they were getting ready to go into a meeting, or they would be back and they'll talk to you. You would leave messages. You would try to talk to the owner. They would always tell you that the owner's not available or that he doesn't talk to the staff. That's why he's hired management. And whatever it is we need to talk about it to them. It was just a pure nightmare, you guys. Since then, I will say that things have not improved for Massage Envy across the board. If you come across a massage therapist, anyone that's been a therapist for 5 years or longer, every last one of us have worked for Massage Envy at one point or another. And we will all say the same thing. It's a brutal job. If you do work at a fast-paced and busy Massage Envy, they overbook you. They literally keep you working 1 hour after the next. So if you're there from 12 to 7, you better know you have a 12 o'clock, a 1 o'clock, a 2 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, a 5 o'clock, a 6 o'clock. Bottom line, And every last one is going to be, an hour. So you get 50 minutes hands on, so 5 minutes to get them in there, undressed on the table, 5 minutes to get them dressed and out of there, and then you need to clean up your room and be ready for the very next person. Within like 60 seconds, get you something to drink while they're derobing, use the restroom, whatever you've got to do, because you have back-to-back services and that's your life. And it is expensive to be a massage therapist, you all. You have to eat really good. You have to take lots of you have to take lots of vitamins, and you have to stay hydrated in order to provide these services, because you burn so much calories as a therapist. You burn so much fat because you are using your body weight, you're using your muscle mass, you're using so much of yourself to transfer wellness to another person. And it's just, you can't afford to even be a massage therapist on what it is they're giving you. And you never, if you're off, you're off. You have no money coming in. There's no PTO, paid time off. There's no sick leave. There's none of that for you to be off because you don't feel good, because you're in pain, because you need recovery time. No. I don't recommend working for Massage Envy other than to learn the industry. That was another reason why, in factor, that I chose to work for them, was because I was looking at opening my own and I wanted to understand my competition. I wanted to see what their services were like. I wanted to see what the customers were like. And the only way I could learn all these things was by working for them. I will say that I thought it was going to be a great situation because I had considered being there for short term to learn. And then once they offered me all these benefits, I thought, wow, this is a blessing. I don't even need to open up my own place. I'll just work here. But no, that wasn't the case. So if you are considering working for a Massage Envy, I would strongly encourage you to get your details. Ask all your questions, do not be afraid, and get it in writing. Make them email you an offer letter that details every single thing. If they said that they're giving you medical, dental, vision, make them put it in writing and put when does that start and how much are they responsible for and what companies do they use and the contact information. If they tell you they give you paid time off, make them put it in writing. Make them tell you what does that mean specifically. Does that mean they're going to pay you for an 8-hour day or a 4-hour day, and at what rate, and put it in dollar amounts? If they tell you they're going to give you a sign-on bonus, make them put that in writing and make them explain it detail for detail. At what point are you getting what dollar amount, and how much is the total sign-on bonus? So if it's $2,000, how many months from today will you see the $1,000? So if they say that we give you $1,000 in 3 months and then another $1,000 in the next 3 months, make them put a date on that. Today's July 18th, so you're saying October 18th I'm going to get $1,000. Is that added onto my check, or is that a separate check? And then another $1,000 in January 18th, 2022. Like, make them put everything in writing. Do not go along with anything, because for the most part, they capitalize on your ignorance and they capitalize on what is not in writing. They will not honor it, and they will act like they don't know what you're talking about or how things have changed since then, and this is what's going on now. Also, make it a point to get your tips in cash. They will never show up on your check. They lie. I don't care. It is very difficult getting your your credit card tips. They never show up on your check because they're able to transfer that money around, and it happens. Unfortunately, people that work at the front desk of these different chains, they steal. They do. I think part of it is because they don't get paid very well at all. Most receptionists at massage chains get paid $10 an hour. They're encouraged to get these people to sign up, customers to sign up for memberships. and then they only get like $5 per membership sign up. So you're sitting up there all day for 8 hours, $10 an hour, that's 80 bucks. Maybe you've gotten five out of, five customers to sign up for a membership, that's $25. So you've made $105 in your day minus federal and state taxes. And you're watching, this therapist, that therapist, 17 different therapists over your 8 hour day get left, $20, $50 tips. And you feel like, hey, I'm a part of this experience. Why am I not factored in? I've worked with therapists before that have been, at there for years. So they have consistent residual clients, like their schedules are booked, right? So they may be making a really good hourly amount because they're one of the founding therapists there, right? So they've like been grandfathered into whatever, and if they lost that person, they would lose a lot of money, right? So, they take care of that therapist. At the same time, this therapist may make $300 or $500 in a day off of cash tips. And anyway, it doesn't make it to your check for whatever reason. And when you ask them, like, it's no way that my check can be $700 after 2 weeks and you've worked on 40 people and your average tip might be 15 bucks. That's $600 in cash tips, credit card tips alone. That doesn't have nothing to do with your 40 people that you've worked on at the rate of $25. Okay, that was $1,000 for the people you've worked on, $600 in tips minimum, so that's $1,600. Oh, when they try to break it down, like, oh, well, tips are taxed higher at 25%. 25% of 600 is what, guys? 150? Yeah. So that's 450 bucks that you still don't see on your check. Then your federal and state taxes, I don't care where you live, federal and state taxes is still not going to take you down past, you're still going to get an $800 check. So 8 plus 450 is easily $1,250, maybe even close to $1,300. And depending on if you have dependents and all this other stuff. So why is it that your check is $700? And then when you start telling them, where's this, where's that, because I always write down every single client I have, and that's my other tip. Every single day, write down every client you had, write their first name down and what the service was. And make sure you keep a record of who you had. That's the only way that you can go back and argue with them about where you're missing money. They will, if you have a list and record, they will give you your money, and they can quick pay you in the same day and will be in your account by the next morning. So anyway, needless to say, you guys, I don't recommend working for this company. I have never had a good experience with them, and the therapists that I know that have worked for them have not had a good experience. They have a long track record of being sued quite a bit, and on top of that, they change their names around quite a bit when recruiting, because they don't want you to know that it's them, because they know that we will run for the hills, we'll delete them, block them, and they're quite aggressive, especially here in the Atlanta area. I get emails and text messages from their recruiters regularly, and they'll try to act like they're a different company, but I save all of their numbers. So as soon as it pops up, then I automatically know what recruiter this is. And they'll say, oh, we're opening up a new this or that, or we're doing this, and we would love to interview you, this and that. And I'll just be like, well, what's the compensation package before I agree to an interview? They're like, oh, well, we discussed that in person. Well, I guess we don't have anything to talk about. I just deaden it right then and there, because they have nothing new at all to say, and it's the same shenanigans. I will say, if you're fresh out of school, it's a great place to go to build your confidence, and also to learn, as far as learning or reinforcing skills, you know, learning the hot stone, learning stretch, massage, learning prenatal, learning deep tissue, learning. There's a lot of things that you can learn from them that will help you in building your confidence before you're ready to step out on your own, or even for you to figure out, are you a massage chain person, or are you more of a spa person, or are you more of a contractor, like whatever it is you want. So if you look at it for short term and learning, building your confidence, then great, go for it. But long term, never. If you're a seasoned therapist, never. And yeah. So leave your comments below if you're a massage therapist or you know any massage therapists. If you frequent this business, whatever you think or feel. And I love interacting with you guys. I love doing these kinds of videos. And please look out for my next review on Massage Heights. Okay, have a great one.
Speech on. Selfie Zoom. Stop recording video.